if you can't scale your revenue sustainably, regardless of what your current monthly revenue is, could be 10K a month, could be 30K a month, but unless you have a proven blueprint to use, a proven system that allows you to, if you lose a client tomorrow, to replace that client very, very quickly, unless you're in that situation, a personal brand is not what you need. A lead generation system is what you need. So did you fall for the personal branding scam? And the reason why I'm calling it a scam is because every newborn guru, either on YouTube or LinkedIn, is talking about personal branding as if this is the one thing you are missing out on right now, which is going to solve all your problems. From financial instability through lead generation, you just need to get a personal brand like this within 30 days if possible, and everything's going to be nice and well. In this video today, Fran and I are going to talk about what exactly is personal branding. Is it going to help you get more clients for your business? Is it the right thing for you to do now?
And what can you do to actually continue building that personal brand, but get results immediately and start getting leads and booking clients and actually grow your business at the same time? Because personal branding is all good and dandy, but it's a long-term strategy, and businesses are not paid off of likes and beautiful banners and all those things. So yeah, we're going to add some lead generation strategies to this and explain how you can actually use LinkedIn if you're in the coaching business or any services business. Use LinkedIn to actually start bringing in some leads for your business and build up the revenue.
Exactly. So to start off, personal branding is only a part of a strategy if you are on LinkedIn to get clients or any social media to get clients. Personal branding is, as a friend said, is a long-term strategy that's not necessarily directed to getting new clients. It could work out, but it is not lead generation. So if you want to build a personal brand, you can expect a lot of different effects, including some clients as well, but it is not a strategy directly intended to get you clients. This is where lead generation strategies come in. So personal branding is essentially showing up as a brand with your values, your mission, who you are as a person online, and trying to attract partnerships, like-minded individuals, rev share programs, anything else. What else am I missing out, Fran?
Yeah, and even clients on the long run, because what we're doing when building your personal brand is basically creating a positioning strategy for yourself. So when people see you, they start recognizing you, they start seeing who you want them to see, not just some random figure online. But again, they need to see you first. And every business, especially service businesses and coaching businesses, they first and foremost need, and you spoke about this in the past in one of our past episodes, Dana. What we need first is leads. We need to fill up our pipeline with leads and then start booking some clients out of those leads. So those are the first two primary needs.
Yes, that's definitely. If you can't scale your revenue sustainably, regardless of what your current monthly revenue is, could be 10K a month, could be 30K a month, but unless you have a proven blueprint to use, a proven system that allows you to, if you lose a client tomorrow, to replace that client very, very quickly, unless you're in that situation, a personal brand is not what you need. A lead generation system is what you need. So personal branding, as Fran already said, is meant to put you out there in front of different eyes, different pairs of eyes, where it's going to be partners, where it's going to be potential customers. It doesn't matter. But for you to really be on top of mind for a lot of people means that you need to have very, very far reach. And when I'm talking about very, very far reach, you need to become the name in the industry that you're representing. So think about when I hear personal branding, the first name that pops in my head is actually Chris Do. But Chris Do has been on YouTube for God knows how many years, probably 5, 6, 7, I have no idea. He's been making videos since the end of time. and he is the name. But if you go on Chris Do's channel, you can see that the guy has actually made thousands of videos already before he became the go-to name for personal branding. And actually right now, only now he's starting to monetize on that. He wasn't for a very, very long time. So if direct revenue is your goal, personal branding is not the thing to go after right now.
Yeah, that was Chris building his personal brand. It was him building up all those videos. And if you're on LinkedIn, and if you're watching this, you're probably on LinkedIn and probably creating content on LinkedIn. You've seen the people claiming that you need to build a personal brand and that's why you're creating content. But shouldn't your content also be generating leads for you, for your business? Because or is it just or are you just focusing on that 5-year mark and building that personal brand so people start seeing what you have to say? But what if you could do both? Maybe you can. So let's focus on that part. Let's actually focus on how to create content that gets you leads and what to do with that, how to make sure that that content is reaching the right people, and then that those people are either coming to you or you're going to them. How do you find out those who actually resonate with that content, and make sure that those people end up booking a call with you, right?
Okay, so the step-by-step framework is actually very, very, very simple. It's key that you optimize your profile to show who you are, what you do, and who you help. And if you feel like the headline format on LinkedIn, I help X achieve Y, is dumb or salesy or anything like that, it's better to be clear than to be original but unclear. And there is a reason why this is a stereotype. If you can break the stereotype to create something that's more original, more creative, but still clear, absolutely go for it. But if you are clueless about how to optimize your profile with a banner, a headline, and an about section that speaks to your ideal client, please stick to the cliches. They're cliches for a reason. And this is step one. Optimize your profile.
Today, I had 2 conversations about something like this. One was with a client that he came up with a sentence like that. He actually positioned it in the banner, and I told him to put it in the headline. And it was like this: I help X do achieve Y. Achieve Y. It's not do. It's achieve. People don't want to do things; they want a result. So, what is the result? That's what you want them. That's what you want to position there. And I actually told him, all right, you're going to be using this on your headline, because I don't write it like that. I don't like it. I don't like the cliche, and especially as a copywriter, I don't like to use the cliches, but they do work, as you say often, and it's true. So I advise him, let's go and let's use this. And I had another conversation with a prospect as well, who had this very cute sentence, and it was really good. I liked it, but it was so fancy that you had to stop for 3 seconds to think what it meant. You don't want.
Yeah. You don't want people to have to think when they land on your profile on LinkedIn. As a confused lead is a lost lead. So it's better that you're unoriginal. You think that you sound salesy, even though I help X achieve Y isn't salesy. It's just very, very clear. It's very, very formulaic. It's better to be unoriginal than to be very vague, because people don't want to think about what is it that this guy does. They don't want to, they
Yeah.
don't have the time. They clicked on your profile in the spur of the moment, the heat of the moment, So you just have exactly 15 seconds to engage their attention and to present yourself when they visit your profile. And then it's over. They're past you.
As long as you hit the target, you're fine. So make sure you know what they want, what is the result they're looking for, and that's what you're going to propose. As long as it's what you do, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So step one, optimize your profile. Step two, buy Sales Navigator. I know it is expensive. I know it's user unfriendly. It's probably the ugliest interface in a piece of software I've ever seen in my life. But it's still the biggest legal database of the people who are on LinkedIn. You can try to buy lead lists. You can do whatever. It's going to be illegal, especially in Europe, most of the times. Especially in Europe, GDPR and everything, something people don't really talk about very often. But by Sales Navigator, there are so many filters you can use to find your ideal client, create a list, and consistently connect with these people. Because anytime you connect with your ideal client, you're exposing them to your content, which is
Yeah.
step 3.
And in all honesty, you don't need to be using Sales Navigator often. You just need to create a list, and from that list, you'll have a lot to work with. And if you need help with that, just reach out to Dana. You'll find her profile linked in the show notes below. So reach out to her, and she'll guide you how to do that.
Yeah, which brings us to step 3. Step 3 is write content that solves your ideal client's problem. And we're not going to go into this too much because we have an episode about this already, and you'll find the link in the description down below. It's an entire episode just on content that generates leads. And you need to be doing this for a while. Like, don't think that you'll be on LinkedIn posting content for like a month. It's going to take you a few months, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, regardless, until people start remembering your name, start remembering your content, start going back and reminiscing about points that you made in your own content. This is not a quick thing to do. The quick thing to do is step 4, warm outreach. Warm outreach, I've actually realized a lot of people don't know what the difference between warm and cold is. Cold outreach is when you just slide into someone's DMs and they have no idea who you are. And you're going to have to do a lot more to convince them that you're someone that they need to listen to. Warm outreach is people who've already seen your name, whether they accepted your connection request, whether they visit your profile, whether they decide to follow you, whether they liked or commented on one of your posts. You're not a complete stranger that drops into their inbox. And the role of the DMs here is to only really get them to a middle pain point, invite them to a call. From there on, it is a sales call. Let's be honest, it is always a sales call. You may call it a clarity call, discovery call. Let's not kid ourselves. It's a sales call. And
It's the funny thing about this. Let me add a story here, because you told me to do outreach, and I was the most resistant person to outreach because I'm the opposite of outreach. I'm the inbound systems guy, and I didn't want to do outreach. And when you told me this, I went like, all right, crap, I need to reach out to people. And you remember I told you recently I was reaching out to cold people, actually. And it's funny because you've always mentioned warm outreach. I don't know what went through my head. What I started doing was basically everyone I was connecting with, I would reach out to them and try to start a conversation. And this was so painful for me. I had no idea what to tell them. I mean, it was so weird. So let me explain a little bit what happened to me that might give people an idea of what you mean with warm outreach. So basically, I stopped doing this. And the reason I stopped doing this was I realized there was people commenting on my posts, and they were basically telling me they needed my help. Like they are asking questions. They're asking relevant questions that I can draw. My immediate intention was I can help you. If whatever comments you're reading are bringing in this feeling in you, that I can help you fix that, then go to the DMs, talk to them. And I did this with like 2 or 3 people so far. I've booked calls with all of them.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
because it's the relationship started there already. They saw the post. They told you, all right, I'm struggling with this, and you can help them. So that's where you're coming from. You're coming from the right place, not
they're
from.
already engaged with the topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
They already know what you're talking about. They have already read a post that you wrote, and they had to think about whatever it is that you wanted to say. So now when you actually reach out to them and you ask them a question like, hey, how is your email list been? Have you been able to monetize it or something? You're not talking about something that they've never thought about before, because you were the one who made them think about it in the first place. So this is why it's called warm outreach and not cold. Cold is an entirely different beast, and we're not going to talk about it today. But I also had a situation where I had to argue with clients quite a bit about that. They didn't want to start messaging people because they're afraid of previous cold DM campaigns. And I had to explain to them 6 times what warm outreach is and how it's different from cold. And it took me about an hour to get the message to land with them. And yeah, people do have this unbelievable blockage around outreach, and
The
it
fir-
feels very embarrassing.
the first message I sent it to you. He said, "I'm going to book a call just because of your amazing outreach." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Amazing outreach? What are you talking about? I've never done this. I don't know what I'm doing."
And no, you actually did, because you reached out to the right person. This was someone giving you clear signals
And because
under your content as
and
well.
I didn't think it came from that place. I know I can help you, so let me help you. You know.
Yeah. So this was step 4. Is there step 5?
Yes. Step 5 is bringing them to a call, but this I think we could do an entire episode about these DM conversations. Let us know if you're watching this and you'd like to see an episode that would be like sort of a training on how to actually do these conversations, DM conversations, and lead people to a call. Just leave a comment and let us know, and we'll record that episode. Yeah, that's step 5, is getting them on a call. So this is how to go from just building your personal brand to actually booking clients. And yes, I mean, even if you don't know the exact things to say, you will figure it out. You know the process. You know the steps that you have to take. Let's just sum up. So step 1 is your profile. Step 2 is Sales Navigator. And when Dana speaks about Sales Navigator, is once you have that list, you need to start sending connections to those people, connection requests. If your profile is optimized, they will resonate with the profile. So you need to know who you're targeting, which we didn't mention this, but this is the most important one of them all. If you know exactly who you're targeting, you know what they struggle with. That's the messaging you're going to use. You create your headline. That's the first thing they're going to see when you send a connection request as well. And we mentioned how the headline, how to create a very simple headline. I help X achieve result, and then make sure that the rest of your profile is guiding them through the journey. You should have everything you need. The idea is connect with the right people, make sure they are seeing your content, that it's the content is targeted to them. Send them messages when they are already saying something in your content, so you know they have that problem, or they've visited your profile. That also helps. And then start the conversation, and the objective of that conversation, be straightforward. You're trying to help them, but you're trying to get them on a call. Don't try to talk about their cats or their dogs. And
Yeah, that
that's it.
too. That too. So to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with building a personal brand and having this as your main objective. But this, you can only really afford to do that if your lead generation is already sorted. You have a proven system, where it's inbound funnels, where it's outbound messaging, cold email, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the confidence that you are getting as many leads as your business needs to grow next month, then you can start thinking about personal branding. But if you are at the stage where you're at 15K a month, 20K a month, 10K a month, doesn't matter, but you don't know where your next client is coming from, then do post branding content on LinkedIn as a top of funnel. That's fine, but don't think that this is going to sort out your lead generation problem, because it's not.
Yeah. All right. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do, so you see the next one coming. Leave us a like to boost up the video. Make sure the YouTube gods love us. And
And ask
and
any questions in the comments.
yep, watch this next video if you want to work on your personal brand with storytelling.